What's going on, guys? So today we're going to take a look at the Diver Ace and the Tiltrotor packs from Gundam Build Divers. And we did the unboxing on these already, but I went ahead and got these things built. And today on this Shoky review, we're going to actually go ahead and install them and technically upgrade our hero kits. So first and foremost, let's look at the Diver Ace. So this thing does upgrade our 00 Diver to the 00 Diver Ace. Yay! Of course, you got all the image right here of all the parts. You got the Gundam up there. Of course, HG built custom, as it is. And if you come over here, you just see how all the things belong on the thing. You got sword, GN Diver sword, Super GN sword 2. Yay. Extra parts there. Get 036 somehow in the build custom line, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. And if you come around here, you got Diver Ace units. So if you really want to read up on it, you can totally do that. All the things right there. Warning, do not stick these little swords in your 3-year-old's face. It will hurt, but it will make them stronger. And then you got 700 yen. Nice, affordable little kit. Oh, of course, you got your polybag thing there. And the illustration is by Robographer. Yeah, I kind of had to force the upside downness. Plus, you can hear all the parts rattling around in there. All right, so let's look at Tiltrotor real quick. Tiltrotor. Green thing. Yay! Red Beret. I like the Red Beret. And you got Build Divers logo, Build Divers custom, Tiltrotor. Rotate over here. You've got cannon, chainsaw, missile pod. All kinds of stuff on this guy. You got Tiltrotor. Yeah, I know that. In addition to being able to hover in an area, it can perform unique maneuvers when combined with normal thrust devices. That sounds really strange. And you got Build Custom. Yeah, I kind of got that. And you go over here, BandaiHobby.net. Repeat of the box art. And you get a little read-up right there if you want to go ahead and check that out. And then you got, oh, hold on, wait. The Tiltrotor will actually hurt your 3-year-old. Don't stick it in their face. And you got 800 yen, so slightly more expensive than the previous. And you got, illustration is by Robographer, background image is by Saito Yoshinobu. I guess no background image on the previous. Gotta be careful there. Something's gonna break. Dumb little upside down thingies. So let's go ahead and get to the actual GUNPLA and see if we can upgrade. Alright guys, so for the most part we have all the parts laid out here for the 00 Diver Ace, and it's pretty cool. So first and foremost, we have these extra little beam swords. Those will be taking the place of these guys right here. So very simple. Just go ahead and pop that off and tack that in there. Same thing with this one. Most of this conversion is like stupid simple. So that's pretty much that. And we can go ahead and slap these on the hips. Just for the heck of it. Okay, now next we have new knee armors, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to scooch this a little forward. I'm going to have to pull off this part. Get finger to there. I got to figure out where that went. Oh, it's right over here. Okay. And fairly easy. You've got holes. Just line them up. Place them on there. Get some new 00 knees. Something, I don't know. It's actually going there very nicely. Plus it adds a more color separation to the final thing. Now we get new GN drives, which means we got to pop off the old ones. Which is going to be a little easier said than done. Yeah, okay. Go ahead and pull off GN pod. And this should just come out. I would have thought. I don't think it's super hard to get. There we go. Okay. Knew it wasn't in there very hard. And go ahead and slap one of the new flat GN drives in its place. So you've got flat one, not flat one, flat one, not flat one. And we'll go ahead and maybe it'll pop off super easy on this side. Got it. Okay. That did come off easy. And just slap that one on there. Put this one back on. And there's your basic new 00 diver. Now you do get these cool new GN sorts. And on the back side here you've got some tabs that all should correspond kind of to the GN drive. So you've got some slots here and then a tiny slot there for the tab to go into. This is actually one of the cooler add-ons, I think. One, because it adds this neat crystal there. Come on. And two, just because it adds, well, some kind of badassery to it there. And then last, and certainly not least, the actual backpack. And clearly, you got a couple little holes right there, or well, pegs, I should say. And you come to the back, and the thrusters is where it goes. So you just plug it right on in. Now, mind you, this is actually the first time I've done this, so that's why it's fun for me to experience it for the first time with you guys. So that's pretty cool. And there we have our complete 00 Diver Ace. Well, camera's having a hard time focusing on it, but it looks really, really cool. Now, of course, with his new weapons, he can totally hold those. And all the construction was actually very, very simple for these. The other hand is back in the box, so I can't have him hold both weapons simultaneously, but he totally can. And like I said before, I really like the green crystal here because it didn't give you anything for the GN drive to make it look cool. And with the way the holes worked, I couldn't necessarily actually put in some green foil sticker like I normally do to accent those. Now these are getting stuck in the dang hip skirt. Now with the upgrade to these, you do get a sword mode. Now he does have a hole here and there for a tiny wire. It doesn't come with it, but this actually is supposed to fly out like a tiny little harpoon, and he can do that. You used it several times like that in the series. And of course you can rotate this for rifle mode if you're so inclined. So he can totally do that. It's a little bit floppy with the way it constructs, but I like the new design. I think it's pretty sweet. It's fun new upgrade for a really cool new 00 diver. And of course, when you want to go into hyperspeed mode, you've got to come to the backpack. And it does have a little bit of articulation. These guys are on ball joints, so they can rotate and this, that, and the other, and all this can move too. So it has a kind of like, where this all rotates up on a different nub. I'm trying to remember how it goes. Well, let me pop off the backpack right quick if I can. I've only played with it a little bit. So you can take this whole backpack assembly and extend it kind of forward like so. Turn the thrusters up so it'll give you a little more distance like so. Of course, I may have just undone some of that. Oops, the stand came off. But like I said, high speed mode, we flip up these wings, you flip up these little tiny wings, one of which is kind of a pain in the butt. If you don't have a finger to get under there, it's kind of a problem. So just grab a little chunk of plastic. I like the little mid-wing. Of course, this is the so-called seed backpack that they went with. But if he goes into his Trans Am mode now, or the new Trans Am, you totally have to have these up. And he does fly forward. It's nothing like a... really... It's nothing like a 00 riser situation, which I don't understand why he didn't just go that route. You got a 00, why not make a cool custom riser backpack for it? You know, maybe that's just me. But as a cool little upgrade kit, I think it's pretty sweet. And of course, everybody's going to say they want to wait for the pack where it all comes together, and that's fine. I went ahead and did it this way. And of course, we're already getting an upgrade for this guy as it is, so kind of take it with a grain of salt to, you know, how soon you should have gotten this in the first place. Now, he does come with 2 extra adapters, so or actually a multitude of adapters, I shouldn't lie. So you can adapt it, or different backpacks to him, using these 2 pegs like so. And then this is a spare peg if you want to plug it into other kits that have a single hole in the back. Alright, so that's it for the 00 Diver Ace. Very nice upgrade to a pretty cool little 00 kit. Alright guys, so now it's time to look at the little Tiltrotor pack here. And it's pretty cool. I do have some fairly big problems with it, to be totally honest. Now, once again, just like the Diver Ace, this is my first time getting to play with it, or actually put it on the kit. Now, by itself, it's pretty cool. And this is a kind of by itself situation, so you actually do get kind of, it can operate on its own for flying around and doing things. You do get the propellers on each one. By the way, this thing does come with double the propellers for some reason. I think it's just because it doubles up the runners. It does have little missile pods here. It's got some cannons right here, and it has the chainsaws right there. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about the problems right off the bat, and they have to do with these. The ball joints right there are not quite big enough to function in the socket. So, I mean, that is insanely loose. It just pops right out, no problem. Now, I get that you don't necessarily keep them in there the whole time, but that's what they're there for. I mean, realistically. So, you can completely remove that, pop that all the way up inside there. And you've got a peg here, you've got some slots here, that'll come into play here in a second. But now I can't get that back out. Now, out of the box, you do get several different eye stickers. I went with the straight ahead version, but you can get the off to the left, off to the right, whatever you want to do. It comes with all these red triangles. I just put them there and there to see something like an older, I don't know, an older prop plane, because it's kind of what this thing is going for, with a mix of 00 in there. And the weapons, as I stated, you've got these little, I think they're missile pods or some type of cannon, and then you've got the flip out chainsaws, which really don't have any kind of detail to them. You can always paint the edges of the blades silver if you really want to go there. No problem with that. And let's just go ahead and pop it on good old Red Beret here. Now I'm going to take the gun out of his hand for the time being. If I can remember how to do that. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot how the hands came apart. There's one problem with these. Everybody's from a different series, so you got to remember how the hands come apart. Okay. It's going to be one of those days. Now, the backpack, I said before, has these like hook situations right here, almost like you could put tow hooks in there. That's what goes up inside this guy. So you just line that up with those slots in the top, and it perfectly snugs on top of the backpack. In fact, I'm going to have to raise the camera up a little bit so we can see what's happening here. And then you take these and you plug them in down here in the holes that I had no clue what was supposed to go there. So that's pretty cool that you can do that. Now you've got cannons here. And then you have the chainsaws you can totally flip out. I guess I should do both sides before doing this, huh? Come here. Thank you. Now I think you can take... Wow, that one's super loose in there too. So maybe it's just this ball peg sucks. I guess I don't push it in all the way. I guess right about there it's actually got some friction. I probably need to add some glue to that. Or some floor polish or something. Now you can take these guys off and attach them up here. Get them out of the way. Plus give you some firepower up top. Not to mention you already have the missile pods. And you use the arms to bring this forward. Just go ahead and pop that off because that's just the world we live in now. Come on. Now, this is something I have not done yet, was flipping this handle up. Maybe I have it backwards. There we go. I did have it backwards. I was trying to pop it up the wrong way. Alright, so we can go ahead and just slide that right up inside there. And bring this arm back. Peg it in here. So you can actually get in playing with the chainsaws. You can remove them entirely. You don't have to leave it stuck to the backpack. Maybe I need to look at the instructions again. Man, that is terrible. See, all the pegs are all just a little too small for everything. They all need to be tightened up, in my opinion. I mean, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just too picky. But to me, they all seem too loose. But I guess if you just want to have him holding the chainsaw without any support whatsoever, you could totally do that. But it spins in his hand, so that means it's supposed to have some kind of support. So this one, you can see, oh my god, really? Was that the shoulder that popped off him? No, it wasn't. It was this side. So this guy's a little bit fiddly and now incredibly top heavy. Give me just a second. Okay, so you can also take one of these missile pods and plug it in right here. Or you can take one of these missile pods and plug it in right here. Actually, I like that on the shoulder. Now, the instructions do show that you are supposed to break that entirely. Nothing broke, it just went flying. Alright guys, so like I said, you know, these are fun. I like the 00 Diver Ace unit a lot better. This is fun as long as you're not messing with it. As soon as you start messing with it, it really does just kind of fall apart on you. Now, there's one or two other kind of add-on kits that I'm not really going to look at because they all kind of come with the kits they're in. Like the Ptolemaios arms with the Servi Scheherazade. There's no reason to buy the separate unit. But, of course, you can pretty much add these onto anybody. Using the peg in here and one of the connectors, you can actually attach that to the 00 Diver. Though, personally, I don't get that. I don't. To me, it's not a cool look. It is what it is. You can customize, but I like going with the stock thing. Now, we have not seen this used at all in the series. If we do, that'll be a lot of fun. By the way, I didn't cover it, but this part of the thrusters right here, or the rotors, I painted that with my favorite dark gray ever. I forgot to mention that. It just looks a lot better, considering that the thrusters out back are gray. So take that into consideration, just to add a small detail. And then, of course, we can always add a little bit of silver to these chainsaws. But, you know, let me know what you think. If you bought these things, or if you're interested in them, let me know what you think, what you want to do with them. Of course, with this, you can totally swap out with the green head, and you just have very, very green Grimoire on your hands. But this one at least completes the Gundam as we see it in the series. Well, guys, that's going to be it for this review. Of course, I want to thank my patrons as always, John, Andy, Steve, Kolby, and TheKrowSama. You guys are great. I appreciate your support every single month. And if you want to become a patron like them, right here at the bottom of the screen. Autofocus doesn't know what to do at that point. But go over there, and for even $5 a month, you can totally help out the channel, keep things floating, as it were. And trying to get to a lofty goal of about $200 a month, so I don't have to completely rely on YouTube money to keep things moving. And of course, if you want to get a t-shirt, totally do that right here. You see them on the screen, and in the description down below is links to everything pertinent. But that's going to be it for this, guys, and I will catch you on the next Build Divers review. And remember, as always, keep on building.